The town's intent and position has been the following. The town has no intent for multifamily housing to be built at this location. We would like developers to take a look at the property and say, these are the potential outcomes. What we are proposing is because the town owns the property, and this is what matters. This is why this is important. We can't be 40B'd. We can't be 40R'd. The town's in the driver's seat. If we were to change this to a commercial zoning, some of the comments that I heard from the planning board, which I did review, included things like elderly care, another school. Well, that would all have to be zoned as commercial. It could be a community group submitting an RFP to turn it into something for use for the town, and we would consider that. It could be a developer that says, we're going to build a 60-story skyscraper there, which we would not accept.
If I've learned anything in this town, it's been that people that have been here a long time don't do change real well. I have never objected, despite what some people might think, to the rezoning of the Allen Avenue School. I would ask you to delay your vote, to let the planning board finish the mixed-use overlay, bring it to you, and once that's in place, to then go ahead and move forward with the RFP.
I would prefer that this property become a recreational space for the current and future town residents. There's not much space down that part of town for recreation. Before you go down the line of changing the zone, I think we need to explore every opportunity to see what can be done to secure grants and help demolish the building. We
actually did look at this in the light of adding a recreational space. The concept that we were trying to work with the Conservation Commission and the Planning Board was to adjoin the two properties, leave the deed restrictions in place and the conservation aspects in place, and develop it into a park that somebody other than the town would have to maintain. But what happened is the Conservation Commission wasn't willing to engage in any further conversations to look at or exploring that idea.
Also advocating that this space be used for green space or recreation area. I think in doing what's best for the town isn't just fiscally driven. It has to be balanced with what the financial needs are of the town, also with what's going to enhance the quality of life for our residents.
I live in that area, just one street behind Route 1. And it seems like it's scenic. It seems like I'm away from all of that chaos. And it seems like I'm actually in a residential area. I personally would love the idea of a green open area.
Was there talk of deed restrictions at the public hearing? I thought there was.
There were deed restrictions. We had proposed deed restrictions.
For years, we talked about on the different town meetings and everything, how our end of town doesn't have any green space, has no fields, has nothing. And so I really think it should be looked at as that.
There are some things that I will be looking for before I can vote either way. I would like to know where we are on the mixed-use overlay and how long that might take, a percentage of green space we have compared to the whole town, and how much we have specifically on that side of town, and where that falls in line with other communities surrounding us in terms of green space. I don't think our goal is to make money selling the land. It's to get it back on the tax rolls to generate tax revenue. But sometimes when we have ideas that make perfect sense, it could still be a no because the people who put us here don't want it. But I do come back to the fact that if we rezone this, we are not saying yes to selling it. We are not saying yes to any project. We are simply opening up for more options to come to us, things that we may not have thought about.
We have to decide, what you folks are telling us, what we're hearing from other people who aren't coming to the meeting, what we ourselves might think. Trying to create new growth in town while at the same time respecting the people who don't particularly want new growth in town.
Because we have to think about the economic growth, the bylaw implications, the planning implications, the human, the neighborhood implications, and all those different factors, and weigh them and try to make the best decision. And that's what we're going to do.